for their families, thankful for this institution of education, the teachers, the staff, and the faculty. We pray that you would make this an evening of memories, a night of memories to cherish, and guide these students in the next chapter of their lives. We pray these things in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Good evening. On behalf of McClain High School staff, Board of Education, and the class of 2007, I welcome you to our 136th commencement. Parents, guardians, grandparents, and family members, congratulations. Your encouragement and support of these young people are in evidence here this evening. Graduates, congratulations on staying the course and attaining this milestone in your life. I implore you to take the opportunity to thank those individuals who have been there for you and provided you with the guidance, direction, and support during the journey that has brought you here today. I am confident that you have been prepared to meet the challenges of your future and begin a new role as young adults. On behalf of our faculty and staff, I wish each of you the happiness of a productive life, the respect of your fellow man, and the love of your family. Good luck and congratulations. We are pleased to have with us this evening a 1991 graduate of McClain High School and Conacher Scholar, Alyssa Eisman Sterling. Upon completion of her undergraduate degree at Ohio University, she attended Ohio Northern University College of Law, receiving her Juris Doctorate degree. She has had extensive trial experience in municipal, juvenile, and common pleas court, including misdemeanor and felony level work. She has served as an adjunct professor at Ohio Northern University School of Law and is currently serving as assistant prosecuting attorney in Allen County, Ohio. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Alyssa M. Sterling.
You can see why I might need to pull that up a little bit. Good evening, and thank you all for having me here tonight. As the superintendent just told you, it wasn't all that long ago, back in May of 1991, to be exact, sitting in your seats. At least I didn't think it was all that long ago until I talked to Dr. Strain on the telephone when he asked me if I would be willing to come and speak with you this evening. My immediate first response was, am I old enough for that? When he hesitated, I knew I was in trouble. I won't mention what that says about him, since he was my high school principal as well as yours. The more I got to thinking about it, however, I realized that 16 years is a long time. Most of you were approximately 2 years old when I graduated. Yikes. I have a 2-year-old son. That's very scary. In any event, time passes quickly and much faster than we all know, as you soon will realize. After leaving McClain, I went on to college to receive my undergraduate degree at Ohio University in Athens, Ohio. Then I went on to law school at Ohio Northern University, also in Ohio, up in the northwest portion of the state in Ada. I decided that since I like to argue and talk so much, a fact my parents regularly pointed out to me, that maybe I ought to be a trial lawyer. And that's exactly what I did. I started my own business. I hung my name out on a shingle, and I welcomed clients in, hoping they would come soon enough for me to pay or start paying on my law school loans. Loans I'm still paying on, I might add. The trouble was, going into business for yourself oftentimes entails doing work or representing people that you often don't want to. and that was the case with me. I ended up doing quite a bit of criminal defense work, representing people who were accused of driving drunk, stealing, selling drugs, and oftentimes worse. That troubled me. Did I spend 7 years laboring through school to help defend the bad guy? When I got an offer in the fall of 2001 to join the county prosecutor's office, I jumped at it. I started at juvenile court and was there just over 3 years, handling cases ranging from speeding tickets on up to brutal rapes of children. Morbid, I know, but I loved it. I got to spend my days arguing and talking to my heart's fulfillment and still go home at night and be able to sleep and live with myself in the morning. I went to juvenile court full of hope. A young attorney still, I thought that if I could somehow get a hold of these children who had either come from awful circumstances or had gone wrong and help change the direction of their lives, I could make a difference in their future. Think about it. As you sit here tonight, isn't that what you all want? To go out and to make a difference in the world? As you sit here tonight, closing the door on a very important part of your lives, you are embarking on another equally important part. What are your plans? Will you make a difference? I'm here to tell you, and I hope I'm an example, that you can and that you will. I was born and raised in this very small town, like I suspect many of you. This community is not only small, but is very tight-knit. Everyone knows everyone, and many of the friends that you have made, you have known since you started school, if not before. Don't underestimate the value of that. In fact, I strongly believe that coming from such a small, tight-knit community gave me a strong foundation upon which to build what I believe is a successful life that I have made for myself, and a life that I hope is making a difference. I bet if you think hard, someone will come to your mind that came from Greenfield McClain that made a difference in the world. When I sat and thought about that question, those of you who know me and know my family will no doubt be surprised that my grandfather, Dane Eisman, who was like me, born and raised here, and my father, Steve Eisman, a PhD, both came from Greenfield. Not far behind them in my mind was another fine and distinguished man whose involvement with education also began here at McClain over 65 years ago. His education for McClain continues to this day, despite the passage of time. Obviously, he is no longer a student, but continues on as a teacher and as an example to us all. I've been cautioned to keep this brief by more people than I will mention this evening, and I will do that. But I have a short story I want to share with you first. My story starts with a little boy who at age 4 found himself without a mother. She died from a disease that people didn't know a lot about at the time. He and his older sister were taken after her death to a sanitarium. If you don't know what that is, it's a hospital or orphanage of sorts. They stayed there for over a year before being sent to live with an aunt, a sister of their father's. She lived on Jefferson Street here in Greenfield. After moving to now a third location in just over a year, the boy who started school halfway through the school year was having problems adjusting. Imagine. In fact, he was almost held back in the second grade, were it not for his father, who came down from Detroit and talked the teacher into giving his son extra work to do in the summer with the promise that if he would do it, he would be passed on to grade. The boy did, and he was passed on. He continued to do well in school after that, and it seemed as if he was back on track. At age 12, he joined the Boy Scouts, working his way up to the distinguished rank of Eagle Scout, even earning a Bronze Palm Award for all his extra merit badges. By the time he reached high school, he had many friends, had interests in music, playing the trumpet, and photography. When he graduated from McClain in 1940, in a class of 85 people, many of his friends were going off to college. And he said, "Boy, I think I'd like to do that too." What happens next over the course of his life is almost beyond words. You wouldn't believe me if I tried to tell you even half of it. I know him, and reading it in print, it's hard for me to believe. Suffice it to say, he did go on to college at Ohio University in Athens, Ohio, graduating in 1943. That's right, 3 years with honors, with a Bachelor of Science, majoring in chemistry, and a double minor in mathematics and physics. Like so many of the young men of his generation, he then went into the military. Remember, folks, we're at war. He went to the Army. After specialized training at 3 different locations, he ended up working on what became known as the Manhattan Project, which many of you hopefully know since you're graduating here today, led to the development of the first atomic bomb that was ultimately dropped on Hiroshima and eventually led to the end of World War II. All that from a boy without a mom, raised by relatives right here in Greenfield, Ohio. If that were the end of the story, it would be amazing, but it's not even halfway through. After being discharged from the Army, this now 24-year-old boy went back to college to earn a Master's of Science degree in physics and mathematics. And a few years later, he earned a PhD in nuclear physics. When he was finally finished with formal schooling, he started his first company at the age of 28 with the hope of developing a nuclear business. Never mind that this young man, newly married and with not much to his name other than his new bride and his trained mind, tried to create this business in a world in which the word nuclear was greatly feared. He persevered and succeeded, no doubt, beyond his wildest dreams. He went on to co-found 7 companies and become a leading expert in the use of radioisotopes in diagnosing and treating illnesses in our country. He has consulted for many companies, both here in the United States and abroad, even working for the Atomic Energy Commission. His business has taken him around the world, and his contributions to society cannot be measured. He has been honored more times than one can count. In addition to this success story with regards to education and his career, he has been married to his wife, Ann Lee, since 1946. That's over 60 years. He's a father and a grandfather, and he has rarely, if ever, failed at any personal feat that he has attempted. One would think, after such immeasurable success and approaching old age in his late 60s, such a man would like to relax. Fortunately for all of us here in Greenfield, It was the one thing he jokes that he failed at: retirement. He never forgot Greenfield, this place, or these people. It was no doubt a turning point in his life, given what his earliest memories must have been. He and his wife wanted to set up some sort of scholarship fund for the students here at McClain. As with everything else the two ever did together, they went all out. Their idea for a scholarship was implemented in 1990, when Bill Doan became the first ever Conacher Scholar and received a full tuition, room, board, and book scholarship to Ohio University. The program was expanded in 1996 and incorporated into the Cutler Scholars Program, and which added summer educational opportunities, community service projects, summer internship positions, and finally, an overseas assignment in the area of the student's chosen career path. Recipients of such a high honor were selected based not only on academics, but those who demonstrated leadership potential, moral strength of character, and extracurricular achievement. The goal, simple enough, was to identify and encourage future leaders, not just here at home, but for the nation and even the world. Conacher and Conacher Cutler Scholars now number 17, with number 18 to be named here this evening. What they have accomplished in their young lives is astounding. Among them are teachers, lawyers, engineers, doctors, accountants, and yes, like Dr. Conacher, scientists. Most have traveled overseas to study. Many continue their education in master's and doctoral programs, and all hope to make even a fraction of the difference that Dr. K, as he's affectionately referred to, has made in their lives. This story started with a young 4-year-old boy who found himself transplanted to live here in Greenfield, where he began his education. And it ends much the same way, here in Greenfield, with a continuing desire to further education, not his own this time, but yours. He is no doubt extremely by the attention I've given him here these last few minutes, being one of the most humble men you will ever have the good fortune to meet. The difference he has made on his own to the world, and most importantly to the lives of the kids whose education he has helped support, are a testament to the difference you all can make when you leave Greenfield McClain this evening. Who would have thought at the beginning of my story that it would end the way it did? I want you to know that Dr. Conacher and his wife and over $16.5 million to Ohio University alone. $16.5 million, folks, for that four-year-old little boy. It's a long way from Ladue, Missouri, where Dr. As many of you know, he travels here almost every single May for these ceremonies. I hope he continues to do so, but at the age of 85, I fear that he may not be able to much longer. And that's why I take this evening to honor him. Dr. Conacher, our own, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for the difference you have made school to this community, and may you be an inspiration to us all on how. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alyssa. Most fitting comments about a product of Greenfield and McClain High School. At this time, Spencer McNeil, salutatorian and president of the class of 2007, will now address the class. Spencer.
All right, today is a great day. It's a day for thinking about the past, today for remembering friends and fun times, but mostly it's a day to start looking into the future. I'm sorry, but this sound system's like throwing me off. It's like delayed or something, but all right. I'm not a very wise person, but I thought of a few things that we could all mull over for a few minutes, and before we take a plunge from the comforts of home into the icy waters of the real world, the first bit is to not compromise our passions in life. Whether they be fishing, digging ditches, cutting hair, or skiing, if you want something, you should fight for it. Never let anything hold you back from what you want. The second bit of advice is to be restless. Never stop living, never stop pursuing your interests, never take a minute and relax. We have only a few decades to get everything done, and after that, we can sleep for an eternity. But right now, we should be taking the world by force and accomplishing all that our bodies allow us. Who knows when our time is expired, so we shouldn't put things off. We should live for the moment and milk the world for all it's worth. The third and final bit of advice is to be in control of your own life. The world is a wild animal, and if we turn our backs for the briefest minute, it will gore us. So we must grab it by the horns, punch it in the face, and control it as much as possible. The future and the actions of others are as unpredictable as the sea. But by using good judgment, we can do our best to protect ourselves from whatever is thrown our way. In closing, I want to remind everyone to enjoy life, live up to your own expectations, and never compromise what you want in life. All right, see you all at the 5-year reunion, hopefully, I guess.
Spencer's right, there is, and it does drive you nuts when you're up here. Spencer, it's with great admiration of your academic achievements at McClain High School. It's a privilege and honor to recognize you as salutatorian of the McClain High School class of 2007. Congratulations. David Henry, valedictorian of the McClain class of 2007, will now address the class. David.
I'm going to start out this, wow, that really does drive me nuts. I'm going to start this out with a poem. I use this poem in the epilogue of my senior memory book, and I think it's very meaningful. It's entitled, "To the Virgins Make Much of Time. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may, old time is still a-flyin', and this same flower that smiles today, tomorrow will be dying. The glorious lamp of heaven, the sun, the higher he's a-getting, the sooner will his race be run, and nearer he's to setting. That age is best which is the first, when youth and blood are warmer, but being spent the worst, times still succeed the former. Then be not coy, but use your time, and while ye may, go merry, for having lost but once your prime, you may forever tarry." This poem by Robert Herrick is a piece of advice to all of those within whom youthful blood still flows. It's telling them to get out there while they still can and take advantage of their youth. Go jump off a waterfall, climb a mountain, or find yourself a nice young lady and settle down with her. You don't have as much time as you think you do, and the more time passes by, the less and less excitement there is in life. Today you might be having the time of your life, but tomorrow you may be dead. Youth is one thing, but once you've lost it, you can never get it back. Carpe diem, or seize the day, is the ultimate message this poem is trying to get. This is such a great piece of advice, especially for us, the class of 2007 who are just graduating high school. We have our whole lives ahead of us now, but what we do with them is completely up to us. Sure, you could wait around for that dare to be great situation to fall into your lap, or you could go right out now and trying to start make something of yourself. You could sit around and watch the best years of our life pass right in front of your eyes, or you could get up and do something worthwhile. Once it's gone, and it's never coming back. That's why you need to take advantage of the youth you still have and get out there and have a great time without forgetting what's really important, and that's making the most of our lives. It's definitely not impossible to have a great time and still keep up with your life. Actually, I have a story that's a perfect example of this. There was this boy named Timmy. Timmy was just getting into high school. Timmy was a pretty smart boy, but he was not very interested in school at all. It just didn't appeal to him that much. But still, he seemed to do reasonably well, even though he had a fairly difficult schedule. Most of his classes were college prep level, but he still seemed to get excellent grades. Eventually, he started to slip, though. He became totally wrapped up in his schoolwork, and he was completely stressed all the time. His grades started to fall because of the stress, and he was a wreck. His friends were all pretty much in the same boat as him. I mean, they cared about doing well, but it was just too much to have to worry about that all the time. Then one day, they decided they needed to change something, or they would continue on this downward spiral. So they talked to one of their older friends, and they went out that night. They all had a really great time, just hanging out, enjoying themselves, and getting into random bits of mischief, this and that. And after that, things changed for Timmy. He became much happier at school and everywhere else. He started talking to more people, becoming more at home in his high school. Even schoolwork didn't seem to bother him as much anymore. I mean, he'd get it done eventually, maybe the period before it was due, maybe the day after it was due, but he would get it done. He pretty much let everything slide right off his back from then on. Yet still, he seemed to somehow be doing just the same, if not better, as far as his grades went. This is how he went about the rest of his high school career, going out on weekends and living it up, doing just enough to get by and still getting good grades. He did manage to get himself into a few sticky situations, though. Once he was on the roof of the school and there was a small pile of dry leaves. He thought it would be funny to light them on fire, which would have been fine had they not been right next to the intake vent that blew directly into the auditorium during the musical. And we'll skip that part. He never let things like this bother him, though. And then, finally, after 4 years of high school, Timmy was valedictorian. Now, I don't know if you figured it out or not, but this story is loosely based on me. I like to think that both Timmy and I have lived our lives to the fullest, and that we've made the very best of our high school careers. And now I have a message to all of the underclassmen. I don't know if there's any here, but high school isn't just fun and games. There's a lot of hard work and perseverance involved. But you have to have at least a little bit of fun to really enjoy it. Those 4 years will be gone before you know it, so make the most of it while you can. When you look back at your high school years, you should be able to say, wow, now that was a blast, or how are we not in jail by now? Whatever you do, just make sure that you have fun with it. Just keep this in mind. You can go through life and have everything, but if you don't take advantage of the time you have to do something great with your life, all you will be is an empty shell and nothing more. I hope that this sinks into all of you at one point or another. And now to you, the seniors, graduating class of 2007, it's been real, it's been fun. Hadn't been real fun, but I've enjoyed our entire school years with you guys, so good luck to all of you.
David, it's with great respect for your academic achievements at McClain High School. It's my privilege to present you with this medallion and certificate to honor you as the valedictorian of the McClain High School class of 2007. At this time, members of the class will now join the band as they perform their selection. Thank you, Mr. Habermehl and members of the band. This time we have a special presentation to be made. I'd like to call Mr. John Ball, Mayor of the City of Greenfield, to come to the stage at this time. Mr. Ball.
Superintendent Fauch, Principal Strain, members of the Board of Education, distinguished guests, class of 2007, all my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a proclamation. Whereas Dr. Wilfred Conacher and Mrs. Ann Lee Conacher, who are without question citizens of the world, have provided undying support and encouragement to the City of Greenfield and have continuously and consistently kept the City of Greenfield and its citizens foremost in their thoughts. And whereas Dr. Wilfred Conacher and Mrs. Ann Lee Conacher, through their study, research and development, compassion, and charity, have made the world and the City of Greenfield a better place to live. And whereas Dr. Wilfred Conacher and Mrs. Ann Lee Conacher have, with their caring and compassion for the City of Greenfield and its citizens, provided the wherewithal to preserve local historical edifices, repair and renovate our local hospital, and produce a catalog of the much enjoyed and revered artwork at the McClain High School. And whereas Dr. Wilfred Conacher and Mrs. Ann Lee Conacher have since 1990, with their endowment of the Conacher Cutler Scholarship, made it possible for a McClain High School graduate to pursue a degree at Ohio University without the stress and duress that accompanies the financing of a college education. And whereas Dr. Wilfred Conacher and Mrs. Ann Lee Conacher have provided for these same scholars wonderful national and international outreach opportunities, and whereas Dr. Wilfred Conacher and Mrs. Ann Lee Conacher have spawned through their generosity legions of productive workers in the fields of science, economics, education, law, engineering, and medicine. Now therefore I, John A. Ball, Mayor of the City of Greenfield, Highland County, State of Ohio, do hereby proclaim the 25th day of May 2007 as Dr. Wilfred Conacher and Mrs. Ann Lee Conacher Appreciation Day, in honor and celebration of the accomplishments of their lives.
Thank you, Mayor Ball. At this time, it's my distinguished privilege to introduce Dr. Conacher, who will make the presentation for the 18th Conacher Scholarship to Ohio University. 18 youngsters, I call them youngsters because Alyssa says I'm old, but 18 of our graduates have gone on, had the opportunity afforded to them to receive a very fine education at Ohio University. Dr. Conacher, would you please come and present the 2007
What do I say after all that? Thank you both for the kind words and also the proclamation. Every spring I look forward to coming back to Ohio University coming back to Greenfield, Ohio, pardon. Both to meet old friends, visit old haunts, but more than anything else, the privilege to give a scholarship to one of your outstanding students. And you do have really outstanding students here at McClain. And when they go on, all of the Cutler Scholars at Ohio University from Greenfield have been in the top percentage of the class. So you turn out some mighty good students. This year I'm pleased to award the four-year scholarship to Spencer McNeil. Spencer.
Thank you.
Good.
On behalf of the Board of Education, it gives me great pleasure to present scholarships to graduates of the class of 2007 in memory of distinguished citizens and friends of the Greenfield community. As I call their names, the seniors should come to the stage and stay standing up here if you would, please. Corbin Scholarship, David Joseph Henry. Glenn B. Dunn Scholarship, Tasha Nicole Trent. Donahoe Scholarship, Courtney Patrice Green. Fox Flynn Scholarship, Catherine Chelsea Quantz. Fox Flynn Scholarship, Andrea Nicole Runyon. Alumni Scholarship, Adam Conaway Klauser. Board of Education Scholarship, Erica Marie Warner. Heidingsfeld Scholarship, David Joseph Henry. William and Iris Rose Scholarship, Charlie Renee Palmer. Thomas J. Stelton Pole Scholarship, Kendra Michelle Trent. Struve Mossbarger Scholarship, Carolyn Dawn Mobley. Townsend Scholarship, Elisa Marie Ludwig. Townsend Scholarship, Kenneth Dan Schunkweiler. VFW Scholarship, Whitney Dawn Beekman. VFW Scholarship, Alicia Renee Bricky. VFW Scholarship, Alexandra Nicole Davis. VFW Scholarship, Jenna Jeanette Hoagland. VFW Scholarship, Michael J. Howard II. VFW Scholarship, Isaac Jacob Leverton. VFW Scholarship, Jacob or Zodi. VFW Scholarship, Matthew Daniel Shelton. VFW Scholarship, Alyssa Renee Smith. VFW Scholarship, Kristen Marie Smith. VFW Scholarship, Garrett Stephen Taylor. VFW Scholarship, Courtney Rochelle Thompson. Watt Scholarship, Paul Joseph Balzer. Watt Scholarship, Tricia Lynn Brockman. Watt Scholarship, Alexander Christian Dudley. Watt Scholarship, Isaac Jacob Leverton. Watt Scholarship, James Nathan Perry. Watt Scholarship, Nicholas Scott Perry. Watt Scholarship, Brianna Lene Scarberry. We are pleased with the support the community has shown for additional scholarship assistance. Let's give all these students a round of applause. At this time, we recognize and congratulate those who have received other awards. Please hold your applause until all names have been called, and we'll ask the students to stand when their names are read. Paul Balzer, A.H. Free Scholarship, Good Hope Lions Scholarship, Ohio State University Freshman Foundation Program, National Honor Society Scholarship, Provost Scholarship, Case Western University, Ross County Alumni Association Scholarship, James M. and Ruth Watt Memorial Scholarship. Whitney Beekman, VFW Scholarship. Alicia Bricky, McClain Athletic Booster Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship, Shawnee State University Professor Scholarship, VFW Scholarship. Tricia Brockman, National Honor Society Scholarship, James M. and Ruth Watt Memorial Scholarship, Wright State University Honors Program, Patricia Zent Memorial Scholarship. Adam Klauser, McClain Alumni Association Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship. Ashton Kokenauer, Wilmington College Scholarship, Wilmington College Swimming Scholarship. Allie Davis, Ann Flynn Corwin Memorial Scholarship, Sean Dillon Memorial Scholarship, Patricia Duff Memorial Scholarship, Peg Gessner Memorial Scholarship, Roger Grooms Memorial Scholarship, Thomas Hickson Memorial Scholarship, Mount Union Dean's Award, National Honor Society Scholarship, VFW Scholarship. Charles Detweiler, Ray and Ollie Sponsel Farm Scholarship. Austin Delph, Berea College Scholarship, Good Hope Lions Scholarship, McDonald Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship.
Alex Dudley, James M. and Ruth Watt Memorial Scholarship. Cassandra Easter, Shawnee State University Scholarship, Travis Turvey Memorial Scholarship. Lindsay Faulkner, Baldwin Family FFA Scholarship, Howland County Society for Children and Adults Scholarship, McClain Athletic Booster Scholarship. Kenneth Friedman, Southern State Business Scholarship, Southern State Superstar Scholarship. Courtney Green, Donahue Memorial Scholarship, Good Hope Lions Scholarship, National Honor Society Memorial Scholarship, Shawnee State University Academic Scholarship. David Henry, Board of Regents Scholarship, Arthur Corbin Memorial Scholarship, Gateway Scholarship, Ohio University, Heidensfield Memorial Scholarship, Florence H. Johnson Scholarship, Mothers Club Scholarship. Jenna Hoagland. Patricia Zent Memorial Scholarship, VFW Scholarship. Michael Howard. Ernie Blankenship Scholarship, Mount Vernon Academic Scholarship, Mount Vernon Opportunity Grant, Ohio Student Choice Grant, National Honor Society Scholarship, Tudor Family Scholar Athlete Scholarship, VFW Scholarship. Devin Jones. Timothy Fryer and Harry Smithson Memorial Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship, Ohio State University Trustees Scholarship, Ohio State University Scholar and Gray Scholarship, University of Cincinnati Academic Scholarship.
Isaac Leverton. Capital University Music Grant, Capital Music Scholarship, Good Hope Lions Scholarship, Tanya McCallahan Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship, Roderick and Faye Thomas Memorial Scholarship, VFW Scholarship, James M. and Ruth Watt Memorial Scholarship. Elisa Ludwig. Columbus College of Art and Design President's Award, McClain Alumni Association Scholarship, McClain High School National Art Honor Society Scholarship, National Art Honor Society Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship, and Townsend Memorial Scholarship. Spencer McNeil. Conacher Cutler Scholarship. Carolyn Mobley. Struve Mossbarger Memorial Scholarship. Kayla Murray. National Honor Society Scholarship. Jacob Orr Zodi. Mount Union Merit. Olivet Nazarene Football Scholarship, Olivet Academic Scholarship, VFW Scholarship, Ron Wood Memorial Scholarship. Kayla Overstake. Bluffton College Academic and Tuition Equalization Scholarship, McClain FFA Scholarship, Muskingum College Faculty Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship, OHSCA Scholarship, Savannah Art Institute Artistic Honors Scholarship, Shawnee State University Professor Scholarship, Tudor Family Scholar Athlete Scholarship, June and Daryl Tissett 4-H Endowment Scholarship, Wittenberg University Scholarship, Ron Wood Memorial Scholarship, Wright State University Academic Scholarship, Wilmington College Achievement and College Region Award, Wright State University Green and Gold Scholarship. Charlie Palmer. William and Iris Rowe Memorial Scholarship. Nate Perry. McClain Athletic Booster Scholarship, James M. and Ruth Watt Memorial Scholarship.
Nick Perry, McClain Athletic Boosters Scholarship, Greenfield Peace Officers Scholarship, and the James M. and Ruth Watt Memorial Scholarship. Brian Pyatt, Army National Guard Scholarship. Casey Quantz, Fox Flynn Memorial Scholarship, Miami University Ohio Leader Scholarship, Miami University Ohio Resident Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship, Kathy Richardson Memorial Scholarship, and Xavier University Honor Scholarship. Megan Reinhardt, Sean Dillon Memorial Scholarship. Carissa Rose, National Honor Society Scholarship, Ohio Wesleyan University Faculty Scholarship. Andrea Runyon, Fox Flynn Memorial Scholarship. Good Hope Lions Scholarship. National Honor Society Scholarship. Brianna Scarberry, Good Hope Lions Scholarship. National Honor Society Scholarship. James M. and Ruth Watt Memorial Scholarship. Wright State University Academic Scholarship. Matthew Shelton, Findlay University Presidential Merit Scholarship. National Honor Society Scholarship. Ohio University Einstein Challenge Scholarship. Ohio University Gateway Scholarship. Kasner Foundation Scholarship. VFW Scholarship. Ron Wood Memorial Scholarship. And the Patricia Zent Memorial Scholarship. Ken Schunkweiler, Shawnee State University Scholarship, and the Townsend Memorial Scholarship.
Melissa Smith, Indiana Wesleyan University Cheerleading Scholarship. Indiana Wesleyan University Scholarship. National Honor Society Scholarship. Greenfield First Presbyterian, that's a hard one to say, Presbyterian Church. Why can't you be a Methodist? Tri-State University Discovery Award Scholarship. VFW Scholarship. Ron Wood Memorial Scholarship. Kristen Smith, Ann Flynn Corwin Memorial Scholarship. Ohio State School Cosmetology Scholarship. VFW Scholarship. Miranda Stewart, Shawnee State University Scholarship. Garrett Taylor, Thomas Hickson Memorial Scholarship. National Honor Society Scholarship. VFW Scholarship. Courtney Thompson, Southern State Community College Hodson Scholarship. Southern State Community College Palmer Scholarship. Greenfield Firefighters Scholarship. VFW Scholarship. Kendra Trent, Thomas Stelton Pole Memorial Scholarship. Tasha Trent, Glenn B. Doan Memorial Scholarship. Erica Warner, Greenfield School Board of Education Scholarship. Kate Walker, Patricia Duff Memorial Scholarship. Lakin Woods, Burger King Scholarship. Undoubtedly, there are additional scholarships that have been secured by members of the class, and we apologize if we have neglected or omitted any. And watching the class, I know of one, Dante Jackson, stand up, Xavier University Basketball Scholarship. So if there are any others, I apologize for our overlooking those. Please congratulate the seniors on their earned scholarships. You may be seated. McClain High School maintains a close working relationship with the Great Oaks Joint Vocational School District and the Laurel Oaks Career Development Campus, which is a part of the Great Oaks District. Mr. Danny Long, member of the Greenfield Board of Education, represents our district on the Great Oaks Board of Education. Each year, approximately 40 of our students attend Laurel Oaks, where they receive a fine education and a variety of vocational programs. Ms. Debbie France, Special Needs Coordinator on the Laurel Oaks campus, is with us on stage this evening representing Laurel Oaks. Please welcome Ms. France. I would also like to make mention of a special friend who I'm going to know over the years as he accompanies Dr. and Mrs. Conacher around, Jack Perozzi. Please stand, Jack. Thank you for being here, Jack. 27 members of the class of 2007 received the State Board of Education Award of Merit for College Preparatory or Vocational Studies. Will the following seniors please stand and remain standing? Paul Balzer, Alicia Bricky, Tricia Brockman, Adam Klauser, Alexandra Davis, Austin Delph, Cassandra Easter, Courtney Green, David Henry, Reba Hessler, Michael Howard, Devin Jones, Isaac Leverton, Elisa Ludwig, Spencer McNeil, Kayla Overstake, Charlie Palmer, Catherine Quantz, Carissa Rose, Andrea Runyon, Brianna Scarberry, Matthew Shelton, Kenneth Schunkweiler, Alyssa Smith, Kristen Smith, Garrett Taylor, and Lakin Woods. Please recognize these seniors for having received the State Board of Education Award of Merit for College Preparatory or Vocational Studies. Thank you. Be seated. 29 members of the class of 2007 have been awarded the President's Academic Award. Will the following seniors please stand and remain standing? Paul Bolzer, Alicia Brickey, Tricia Brockman, Adam Klauser, Alexandra Davis, Austin Delph, Cassandra Easter, Brittany Great, Courtney Green, David Henry, Michael Howard, Devin Jones, Isaac Leverton, Elisa Ludwig, Spencer McNeil, Kayla Murray, Kayla Overstake, Charlie Palmer, Catherine Quantz, Carissa Rose, Andrea Runyon, Brianna Scarberry, Matthew Shelton, Kenneth Schunkweiler, Alyssa Smith, Kristen Smith, Garrett Taylor, Tasha Trent, and Lakin Woods. Please recognize these seniors for having received the President's Academic Award. Mrs. Hunter. It's with great pleasure that I present to the Greenfield Board of Education the 128 members of the graduating class of 2007 and recommend that these students who have completed the graduation requirements of the State of Ohio and the Greenfield Exempted Village Board of Education be granted diplomas.
On behalf of the Greenfield Exempted Village District Board of Education, it is a pleasure to accept your recommendation to grant diplomas to each qualified member of the McClain class of 2007. We will award these diplomas at this time.
If our maintenance workers are present, would they go ahead and turn on the field lights, please?
Watch Mike. I guess you're probably not going to be in the road, so you'll be okay. And watch for me if I step up and take one. Somebody's not here.
Spencer Allen McNeil, President and Salutatorian of the class of 2007, Diploma with Honors.
Congratulations. Don't forget to smile. Congratulations.
Jacob Lewis Orzodi, Vice President of the class of 2007. Carissa Brianne Tarleton Rose, Secretary of the class of 2007, Diploma with Honors. Kenneth Dan Schunkweiler, Treasurer of the class of 2007. David Joseph Henry, Valedictorian of the class of 2007, Diploma with Honors. Allison Renee Adams. Jessica May Adams. Nicholas J. Clayton Adams. Carissa Dale Anderson. Ashley Elaine Bainter. Paul Joseph Balzer, Diploma with Honors. Look at the camera.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Jesse Allen Barrett. Whitney Dawn Beekman. Paul Neil Bowman. Alicia Renee Bricky, Diploma with Honors.
Congratulations.
Tricia Lynn Brockman, Diploma with Honors.
Congratulations.
Joseph Allen Burgess. Bryson James Anthony Calhoun. Michael Eugene Caton, Jr. Shanna Kaylee Charles. Matthew James Clements. Adam Conaway Klauser, Diploma with Honors.
Congratulations.
Timothy Ryan Klauser. Ashton Brooke Kokenauer. Ryan O'Neill Coleman. Joseph Collette, Jr. Scott Howard Danhart, Jr.
Thank you.
Chase Lee Doherty. Alexandra Nicole Davis, Diploma with Honors.
Congratulations.
Austin Gray Delph, Diploma with Honors.
Congratulations.
Charles Tyler Detweiler. Alexander Christian Dudley. Cassandra Sue Easter. Kendra Lee Evans. Jason Lynn Fowl. Lindsay Joanne Faulkner. Nicole Ray Finnegan. Kenneth Morgan Friedman. Amber Dawn Fryer. Michael Lee Fryer. Andrew Craig Fryman. Stephen Carey Galone. Brittany Ann Lynn Great. Courtney Patrice Green, Diploma with Honors.
Congratulations.
Colleen Danielle Hall. Robert Scott Hamilton. Christopher Todd Hazlitt. John Wesley Hendershot. Reba Marie Hessler. Jenna Jeanette Hoagland. Michael J. Howard II. Dante Lawrence Jackson. Deontay Leon Jackson. Heather Elaine Johnson. Randy Lee Johnson II. Clayton Andrew Jones. Devin James Charles Jones. Zachary Michael Kingsolver. Richard Aaron Leach. We'll wait till Mike's ready. You ready? Isaac Jacob Leverton, Diploma with Honors. Congratulations. Ryan Alexander Lewis. Taylor Wayne Ludwig. Elisa Marie Ludwig. Jonathan Nathaniel Madden. Raymond Gregory McClain. Alicia Suzanne McGuire. Christina Michelle Meredith. Ashley Marie Mitchell. Carolyn Dawn Mobley. Amanda Jane Morris. Anthony David Michael Mountcastle. Aaron Murphy. You're welcome. Kayla Roseanne Murray. Kayla Marie Overstake, Diploma with Honors.
Congratulations.
Charlie Renee Palmer. Tiffany Lynn Patterson. James Nathan Perry. Nicholas Scott Perry. Brian Cheyenne Pyatt. David Michael Pimentel. Jesse Dean Ponder. Catherine Chelsea Quantz, Diploma with Honors.
Congratulations, Jason.
Andrew Ray Rackley. Jessica Elaine Rayburn. Zachary Wade Rhodes. Lori Beth Riley. Megan Elise Reinhardt. Joseph Patrick Rowland. Andrea Nicole Runyon, Diploma with Honors. Tiffany Shiree Sanderson. Brianna Lene Scarberry, Diploma with Honors. Matthew Daniel Shelton, Diploma with Honors.
Congratulations.
Brittany Shavana Shoemaker. Jennifer Nicole Sigg. Logan Andrew Sigg. Taryn McHale Sloan. Alyssa Renee Smith, Diploma with Honors.
Congratulations.
Joseph Brandon Smith. Kristen Marie Smith. Rebecca Claire Stark. Miranda K. Stewart. Vernon James Stodgel. Seth Robert Stratton. Garrett Stephen Taylor. John Allen Taylor. Cody Daniel Thompson. Courtney Rochelle Thompson. Kendra Michelle Trent. Tasha Nicole Trent. Chantel Marie Underwood. Kate Renee Walker. Erica Marie Warner. Nicholas Allen Welch. Tiffany Jo White. Samantha Jo Willett. Brennan Scott Williamson. Sierra Dawn Wilson. Troy Allen Wilson. Amber Nicole Woods. Lakin Nicole Woods. Chase Nathaniel Yates. At this time, members of the senior choir will sing their selection, which will be followed by the singing of McClain Alma Mater.
Letting go when the day comes that I must say goodbye to you. It's the last thing in life I'll ever want to do. I know it has to be, but it's so hard for me. Letting go, facing up to the truth that it is time to part. Giving way to the day that may well break my heart. It's not a thing I choose to when I have to lose. Letting go on in my life into the time to come. Day by day, page by page, sure of what I've become. But then you always knew that's what I had to do, for I know the only way to grow is just by letting go. Letting go. When the time comes, I know I shall return someday. But till then, this is when I have to find my way. It's a fact of life, though it isn't fair. There will always be all the love we share. Still the hardest thing is letting go. The hardest thing is letting go. Letting go. Letting go.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah!
Thank you, Isaac.
Good job, Isaac.
Yeah!
I love you guys.
Yeah!
Members of the class, please stand. Audience, please stand and join the class in the singing of the McClain Alma Mater, after which we ask the audience to be seated for the recessional. Remain standing after the Alma Mater for the benediction, followed by the recessional.
Beauty with love and with pride, we honor and praise thee. Thy memories abide, the truth we shall cherish through all the long years, and ever be faithful to our alma mater dear.
Yeah! Woo!
Members of the senior choir, please rejoin the class. Reverend Anderson.
Let's bow in prayer, please. God, it is again with grateful hearts that we give you praise tonight for the things that we've seen and heard together. We pray your deepest blessing upon the class of 2007 as they now enter into the next chapter of their lives, furthering their education and many other things. Oh God, we just thank you for your blessings upon us. We thank you for your cross. We thank you for the empty tomb. And it's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Will the audience please be seated for the recessional?
Thank you.